On today's menu is my best ever tofu recipe. You won't even imagine how delicious it is unless you make it. Hey everyone, Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi. Going straight into making the marinade. We need plain unflavored thick yogurt. My vegan friends, you can use any plant-based unflavored yogurt of your choice. If you are not using thick Greek yogurt, then put the yogurt in a tea strainer over a bowl for about an hour. The reason why you need a relatively thicker yogurt is that you want to avoid any additional moisture that may lead everything to get steamed rather than getting roasted. Next we need tandoori masala. Any store-bought tandoori masala will do the job here. Little bit of turmeric powder. I like adding little bit of chili powder as well. But you can even leave it out if you want to avoid the heat because there is already some added chili powder in the tandoori masala. Then I used a good amount of paprika to get that red color. You can even use red or orange food color. And I could have done that as well to get an outstanding looking picture. But I personally dislike using any food coloring. Biryani is the only dish in which I may add some food color. But other than that, I choose all my dishes to look natural, no matter how much less views I get. You even need some coarsely crushed coriander seeds, or you can even use ground coriander. Then coarsely crushed black pepper. I have also used a tablespoon of almond flour. You can even use gram flour instead, or maybe just leave it out entirely. But almond flour or gram flour helps in soaking up that excess moisture that may be released from the tofu or the veggies. Then the aromatics, grated ginger and garlic, a little bit of red pepper flakes which is totally optional. Then a squeeze of lemon juice, salt, and then ghee. You can even use regular or any plant-based butter. Then oil. If you do not want to use ghee or butter, then increase the amount of oil to bring everything together. And finally, a sprinkle of sugar to get that caramelization. Mix everything very well. Next enters our main guest, the tofu that I have cut into large pieces. Guys, please remember to wrap your tofu in paper towels and put a weight on top and allow it to sit for about 30 minutes before cutting it, so that most of that moisture is absorbed by the paper towel. Always use a firm or extra firm variety of tofu for this recipe. You also need some red and green bell peppers and onions. And finally, a little bit of dried fenugreek leaves, that is kasuri methi, which you should always crush a little before adding to release their flavors. Then with the help of a spatula, mix everything gently with a lot of love because you do not want the tofu to break and turn into some mashed up disaster. So bring in all that love into this dish, guys, and it's all that love that you put in that makes the dish shine. After that, allow it to get marinated for about 30 minutes. Guys, please do not skip this marination step unless you're extremely hungry. You've got to give that time to get a better end result. After 30 minutes, I poured everything onto a baking tray lined with a parchment paper. Choose the largest tray you have in your kitchen for making this. If you do not have one, then distribute it in 2 medium trays. Spread out everything as much possible, and the reason why you want to do that is you do not want everything to stick to each other and release water. In that way, they will get steamed and not roasted, and you won't get a satisfactory end product. I don't want to get an angry comment saying that everything turned soggy. No. Bumbi did tell you to use a large baking tray or pan. Now in goes all that gorgeousness into a preheated oven. Bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 375 degrees fan if using a convection oven for 30 minutes. At the 15-minute mark, take out the tray and quickly turn the tofu and vegetables as many as you can. Brush some ghee or butter or oil on top and put it back into the oven for 15 more minutes. After 15 minutes, I transferred it to the topmost rack and switched from baking mode to broiling mode. You can skip this broiling step, but I like those crispy edges on the tofu, But guys, broil it on high for just 2 to 3 minutes, not more than that. And when it comes out from the oven, you will be extremely pleased with what you made. I sprinkled some green onions and coriander leaves. And what a delicious sight, I must say. You can use any greens of your choice. I also decorated it with some fresh radish. Serve this as an appetizer or as a side with your main meal. Make this for your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, doesn't matter for whom you are making. People will just love this. And you have to trust me and make this. Bye bye.